What would happen if we left pigs, bees, and earthworms on a low-gravity, high-oxygen planet and allowed evolution to run its course over millions of years? What kind of beings could evolution give rise to? This is what we explore on the world of Jotunheim. 1 million years have passed since human settlers suddenly vanished from Jotunheim, and the life left behind is rapidly diversifying into a wide range of species across the main continent, Ymir. We are now well into the Hyrian Age, and over the next episodes we'll explore how life is adapting to the different biomes on Jotunheim. But in this episode, the focus is on how animal life has evolved in Jotunheim's forests. Descendants of pigs, bees, and earthworms are rapidly starting to fill unoccupied ecological niches. 100,000 years after the settlers had vanished, 2 pig species emerged from the original group of farm pigs that escaped their enclosure. The smaller omnivorous pygmy pig and the larger carnivorous bloodboar. From these 2 lineages, an explosion of species are starting to emerge. One group, descendant from the pygmy pig, called the tree pig, have started evolving to live in trees of the giant forest Stadaskog, which is located close to the abandoned human settlement. They started to climb trees and branches to escape predators, but now has access to other food sources that the ground-bound species do not, like leaves, tree buds, bee larvae, and honey. Already this species have evolved several adaptations to tree life. It has a more compact body with shorter legs, allowing for better balance, and its hooves are starting to become prehensile to clamp around branches. For pigs, just before giving birth, sows isolate themselves and build small nests that will keep the piglets safe and warm. Tree pig sows still exhibit this behavior and build little nests in the trees to keep their piglets safe. Another way to stay safe from predators is to go underground. One group of pygmy pigs adapted to limited food resources by starting to dig deeper holes, using their extremely good sense of smell to seek out earthworms and roots deeper in the ground. Unintentionally, these holes proved to be good hiding places from predators, like the larger bloodboars. Over time, these pigs kept adapting to life underground and gave rise to the burrow pig. These pigs can still move underground, but have started building networks of tunnels, and as a result have evolved several adaptations to underground life. Their bodies have a semi-cylindrical shape, optimized to move through tunnels. Their limbs are shorter than their ancestral pygmy pig, and their hooves are growing in length and becoming curved and sharp at the end for more efficient digging. These adapted hooves can even be used as a defense in extreme situations. Another lineage of pygmy pig descendants adapted not to the trees or the soil, but to the open ground. Over time, this group evolved into the dare pigs, also called svirs. They are fast, alert browsers that are adapted to life in the forest and grasslands. Their bodies are built for efficient movement, with long legs and flexible hooves that allow them to travel quickly across uneven terrain. Their diet is mostly plant-based, consisting of grasses, shoots, and leaves. But they are especially fond of bilberries, which are Swedish-like blueberries with red meat, that cover vast amounts of the forest floor. Males are growing larger tusks for mating displays, while females retain only small tusks. Living in predator-rich environments favor the selection of small cohesive herds that are constantly vigilant and prefer flight rather than confrontation. But all of these pig species are potential prey. Descendants of the bloodboars roam Jotunheim's forest in search of prey. One of the most successful lines is the wolf pig. They are omnivores, but the majority of their diet consists of meat, and depending on their region, they specialize in hunting dare pigs or the similar bearded rosewine. But they can also target bigger animals like the pale-faced Magnus, a huge forest browser. They can reach over 2 meters in height at the shoulders. The wolf pigs have to be incredibly careful, as their prey, even dare pigs, can damage or even kill them with their tusks or a strong kick from their hooves. The wolf pig hunts in packs, and their strategy is to either target weakened prey or to tire and injure prey to exhaustion so they can easily be overcome. They use their incredible smell to locate prey and can chase their prey over long distances to tire it out. Working together, some individuals distract bigger prey, while others sneak up and try to deal devastating cuts with their tusks. After this, they wait for their target to tire from exhaustion and blood loss, so it can be easily overcome. But pigs are not the only animal species thriving on Jotunheim. The western honeybee brought by the settlers have rapidly diversified to a number of species. The Jotun bee remains the closest to its ancestor, having only increased somewhat in size, and creating giant hives on the tree sides. But other bee species are adapting extreme behaviors. The forester bee is a canopy-dwelling pollinator that especially has a close relationship with the sugar maple tree. These bees are highly aggressive and have started evolving a behavior that transforms their ecosystems. They have evolved strong mandibles and have started biting off leaves of non-flowering trees, or in some cases even the bark, to damage those trees, creating forest regions that mainly consist of flowering trees. But the forester bees are kept in check. The cuckoo bee lives a solitary lifestyle and has evolved to be both klepto and brood parasites of forester bees, which means that they parasitically feed on forester bees' nests and lay their eggs there, which are then tended by the forester bees. The strong mandibles evolved in a shared ancestor between the forester bees and another bee species called the carver bees. These bees experienced intense competition for prime nesting locations. And in response, the carver bee used its strong mandibles to build their own nests by carving out holes and small tunnel systems in trees. These strong mandibles also give them access to other foods such as nuts and tree sap. But they have also started to evolve a more dramatic behavior, consuming dead animals, with the strong mandibles allowing them to tear flesh apart. Several subspecies have evolved from the carver bees, including the woolly bee that is adapted to more cold terrains. And there are also many more forester bee related species that I didn't cover. So let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video dedicated to bees on Jotunheim. In the forest ground, earthworms dominate. From the two original species that were brought, earthworms are diversifying into diverse niches. The large African earthworm that was brought by settlers was modified for a temperate climate. One of its descendants has evolved to the colossus worm, a giant earthworm reaching 3 to 5 meters in length. Normally several factors such as predators, oxygen levels, and gravity limiting underground movement would limit the size of earthworms. But these limits are not as severe on Jotunheim, and its only predator, the burrower pig, has only recently evolved. So an evolutionary intraspecies race began for earthworms to grow huge to compete for food and dominate burrowing underground. The tunnels created by the colossus worm are less prone to collapsing due to the lower gravity of Jotunheim, and will prove to be a completely novel habitat for life. Other earthworms are starting to evolve dramatic traits completely alien to their ancestors. One is adapting to live close to or on the surface, where earthworms are normally heavily predated upon. It has evolved to eat a newly emerged poisonous bilberry subspecies, and in response to predation, it concentrates this poison and the intense red color of the bilberries, clearly marking for predators to stay away. In one of my next videos, I'll be covering aquatic life on Jotunheim. And I have a question for you. How do you think that pigs, bees and earthworms might adapt to living in water? Let me know your ideas in the comments. And if you come up with an idea that I end up using, I'll name the creature after you, which has actually happened to several people in this video. I'm now showing on screen the comments that have earned some people to have a species named after them, as well as some of the people in the Discord that has also had a species named after them. There are at this point so many comments on the older videos that it's becoming very hard and time consuming for me to go through all of them to ensure that I credit everyone correctly. So I've decided for a solution to this. Going forward, I'll let you know the theme of the next video, which in this case is aquatic life. And then I'll only be going through the comments of the video where I mentioned the theme when choosing ideas on who should be named. This video was only possible because of the community that supports this project. This includes the people watching and commenting new species ideas, but also especially the Cynopedia Discord community. Some of the species that I went through in this video I had already planned for when I started the Jotunheim project, like the tree pig and the wolf pig. But for the others, I hadn't thought of them. So the credit for them belongs either to all of you commenting on my videos or to the Discord community, depending on the species. So to everyone contributing, I just want to say a huge thank you. Your input is making this project so much better, and I want to give credit when it's due. So I have done my best to name the animals in the video after the people that first suggested them, and all the people that wrote the descriptions on Discord. We have a really great community of people on Discord, so if you want to join, contribute and have fun, please feel free to do so. The link is in the description. Also, this video would not have been possible without the awesome group of artists that is supporting this project. All of their social media is in the video description, so please go and check it out. I want to thank the following: Glocksword, Dead Cherub, Stataconus, Bernie, Johnny Twitches, Sleepless One. I want to give a huge thank you to all the amazing patrons that I'm allowed to mention that support my channel. So a huge thank you to Stataconus, to Connor Nyman, and Flailing Tools. Thank you so much for your support. It just makes me even more motivated to keep going. And if you want to learn more about Jotunheim, then press the video that I'm showing right now.